Good morning, everybody. This is Mike Lung over at Allendale's trading floor. It is Tuesday, December 29th, and started the day off with a little bit of choppiness in these markets. You saw beans really take a decent sized sell-off early last night, and so far holding a bit of loss here today after yesterday's outside day lower with the gap higher to open out the week. So we'll be watching that. We do have the markets closed Thursday at normal time, shortened week, end of the year, end of the quarter. End of the month, so a lot to potentially be looking at for volatility, choppy trade, and just closing out of books potentially going forward. So we'll keep an eye on that, especially with the open interest continuing to decrease here in the beans. On the fundamental side of things, we're looking at this Argentina strike and potentially getting that resolved today with the employees and employers coming together by the government's request and talking here today, hopefully resolving the strike and getting things moving. On our side of things, this pandemic check that could be 600, could be 2,000, is getting held up right now between the House and Senate, trying to figure out exactly what the wording should be and what to include in this pandemic relief package and what not to include. So we'll be watching that. Dollar hovering around 2-year lows should be supportive for the grain markets here. You did see soybeans and wheat take a loss here for open interest as of last Tuesday, and corn seeing some more funds come into the mix. We will be watching the coronavirus issue with the new strain that's about. It looks like Beijing is starting to shut back down. We already saw the UK. We'll see how long it takes for it to make its way over here stateside. On the technical side of things, we've got this nice uptrending channel that is still in play. Looked to try and break out to the top side, potentially looking for acceleration, but unable to close outside that channel. And actually, like I said yesterday, you had a gap higher here by a quarter cent and a close lower, so outside day lower, both bearish engulfing candle. Whichever way you want to look at it from that candlestick perspective does not look friendly with yesterday's price action. That's mixed with this divergence in RSI. What that means is we made new price highs, but the RSI, which is derived off the price, did not make highs with it. So a little bit concerning here at the top side of the channel, potentially looking at some kind of minor correction, still in a long hold from the signals, but something definitely to become more cautious with, potentially look to be taking some risk off the table if you are long at this point. On the livestock side of things, you saw box beef choice up a bit with select down about $1.25 here yesterday. Carcass again up $2.51. Last week, average cash trade 110 with show list up 17,100 head. So looking good on the cattle chart. As you can see, we are taking a nice run up towards the resistance line, still within this megaphone pattern on the February contract, potentially looking at that 116.90 as your major resistance point going forward. But as of right now, you got a nice short-term, well, actually longer-term uptrend line. It's a nice short-term burst here recently. So we'll be watching to see how that 116.90 treats this market and whether or not we do get acceleration through that. If you guys ever have any questions about anything I have to say on here, please give me a call. My direct line is 815-578-6177. That number again is 815-578-6177. We have a winter conference coming up in about a month. If you guys are looking to get signed up for that still, please call us at 800-262-7538 and ask for our sales department. We'd be happy to sign you up, get you the good news that you guys need going into the next 6 months. Weather's going to be day one with Drew Lerner, and it will be his first long-term outlook of the year. So definitely not something to miss. Get your plans together as soon as possible. But today for Allendale, this is Mike Lung. You guys have a great one.